Okay, it's Tuesday and I've got your mortgage market update right here. There's some green on the screen. That's something that I hear often, maybe not often enough lately, but I hear it often from one of the sources that I follow for mortgage market and mortgage bond news. Green on the screen. We like to see these green candles. I'm going to throw up a chart right here. Okay. We like to see these green candles. You can see the big red candle that we've talked about before on February the 13th. So we lost a lot. So lower on this chart means mortgage rates are higher. It's an inverse relationship. So we lost a lot on February the 13th, and now you can see really since Friday we've made some nice strides in recovering a lot of that. So we're sitting in good shape. What's left this week? There's a lot of data coming out yet this week related to jobs and to earnings. So, some potential market moving things there. Fed Chair Powell is speaking tomorrow, so he can always make some errand comment, although he seems to be very pro-market, and calming everything. We'll see if there's any impact from what he says tomorrow where he's speaking. And then we had the global PMI out today. PMI is Purchasing Managers Index. So the global meaning all over the world. So purchasing managers who are responsible for, hey, we're going to need X, Y, and Z for the next quarter or whatever of manufacturing, different things. They're people who are ordering supplies, ordering the things that make things. So PMI came out and was a little higher than anticipated. However, within that Purchasing Managers Index, there is a price paid, which is an inflation reading, and that number was actually lower. So within that report that maybe on the surface would be like, oh, that's bad news for mortgage rates, there was actually some good news. So typically I say bad news is good news for mortgage rates, but that's not true when it comes to inflation. Inflation is the archenemy of low mortgage rates. And so any news that says inflation is going down is really going to be good news for mortgage rates. So that's why we're seeing a little bit of additional improvement today. I will say the 10-year Treasury has been improving more than mortgage bonds. There are a lot of colleagues of mine in the mortgage business that simply watch the Treasury, the 10-year Treasury, to gauge what the market's going to do. If they were watching that this morning when their rates came out for the day, they were probably confused as to why their rates didn't get better. Mortgage bonds and Treasury bonds are not doing the exact same thing right now. And this is why I specifically watch mortgage bonds and kind of, don't focus just on the 10-year Treasury, because those really aren't tied to mortgage rates. So there's been a little bit of a different relationship between those two. That could mean that there's some room to see the mortgage bonds move in a way that would further improve interest rates to kind of catch up with what the treasuries have done. We'll see. I'm watching it closely. Stay here for the latest and greatest. Have a great Tuesday.